watch this week's Dynamite?
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So this week's Dynamite.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's all we're talking about.
No Dark.
That's on the agenda.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny, I appreciate the sub, man.
Johnny's back.
Hey.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
But yeah, thank you so much for this subscription, man. I thoroughly appreciate it.
Very much appreciate
Fair Day,
it.
how are you doing? But you know what? Let's just dive straight into the show.
I think we should.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah. All right, we're going to the WrestleTron.
Boom.
Whoa. All right. So, AEW Dynamite, I was surprised that they kicked the show off with this segment. So usually, they start the show with like a banger match, right? Like historically, that's kind of been the format and the structure.
Instead, we got the customary Raw opening 15-minute promo.
Yeah, which is funny. That's something I believe Cody said. Like, we're not going to do 15-minute promos
In-ring promos.
But this works, right?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah, this is wonderful stuff.
Yeah, this is like the Festival of Friendship, like part 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I really dug. Wow. Like, where to even begin with this one? Right off the bat, I don't know. Is anybody out there going to get or has already bought the bubbly?
Oh, from the beautiful grapes from the Nepalese.
Yeah, knocking wood. It's Stephen Amell's vineyard.
So not actually from the Nepalese.
It's kayfabe. It's kayfabe. $46 for 2 bottles. That does not include shipping. But the more bottles you get, the cheaper they get per bottle. That's how they get you.
I mean, like 2 bottles is like, that's like not to be like too bougie here. Mm-hmm. $23. That's an affordable bottle of champagne. Someone on Twitter posted their purchase receipts.
I love it. That's amazing.
The guy holding the coupon.
Oh, I saw the coupon was great, but I hopped onto the website. There was a couple times where they not crashed, but they ran out of stock, and they added more. So there's a demand for the bubbly.
Stephen Amell must be pretty happy with this.
I think so. That's nice energy, and it's almost New Year's. So I mean, it's bubbly season, guys.
Exactly. I'm sure there's gonna be like a lot of happy people where their partner went and bought 2 bottles of Chris Jericho branded
$50. Oh my God!
Look, yours is gonna be lit. We got the Chris Jericho bubbly.
Allison would kill me. Oh my God!
I was like this close to buying it, and I was like, wait a second, I could buy a really good bottle of wine.
You could literally get Vouv for that price.
You can.
You can. Yeah.
Man, but you know what? I'm a big Moët ice rosé. It's the rosé, sparkling rosé. You can put ice cubes in.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Poolside.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Let's see. We got the announcement of the bubbly. Sammy Guevara gave a very nice standee.
Yeah.
Right.
A little bit of the 40.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of the 40. That was the Barriqua gifts.
Yeah.
Right.
The
Barriqua basket.
So, who would have thought how good all these guys would be on the mic?
It's amazing. They've all just kind of just fallen right in line with Jericho. Like, he sets the tone. They're these heels. They're serious, but they're also silly. Like who knew that your top heel could also be like your main comedy guy?
Yeah, and that's like some people would maybe argue that like tonally that's like kind of dissonant.
Yeah.
But I'm still cool with it because he's still threatening in ring.
Yeah.
He's starting to go more like chicken shit heel where like needs Hager to come in.
Right.
And stuff like that. Maybe as he's perhaps losing steam into like his championship reign.
Oh yeah.
But I forgot about the goat.
Oh my God, the Jericho.
Christopher Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Virgil intro. He was doing just fine until he had to say Chris Jericho's name.
It was a little rough.
But that there was a reason why he was there. Take a clothesline.
Well, I was very shocked at that bump. I don't know about everybody out there in Twitch land, but that was a pretty good bump from Virgil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he served his purpose perfectly, which was just to get beat up.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see the Jericho again? Is a question.
It's gonna be a shirt.
Yeah.
It's always a shirt.
Sure. Yeah.
Pro Wrestling Tees. It's direct to garment printing. It's like loading a T-shirt into a printer.
They're recently hiring.
I bet they have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got a TV show that does 1 million people, and they just make shirts every week.
I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, I don't have any experience, but should I apply anyway?
Yeah.
And I didn't, because I'm lazy.
I mean, also, do you want to move to Chicago to work in the T-shirt printing business?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But I like to keep my options open.
I mean, Chicago's really nice.
It is. It's a beautiful city. Hey, Anna, if you're watching, she's from Chicago. She loves it. Yeah.
This was like a hometown game for
I don't think she got out to. I don't think Anna got out to Dynamite. She did the WWE loop. this week.
Yeah, but she did All Out.
Yeah.
Though. So.
Yep. She sure did.
Well, she did the sweet thing again.
She sure did.
Well, she did the sweet thing again.
Sure. Yeah. It was nice.
I miss my...
You're too sweet?
My too sweet, all in sweet. Yeah.
So we got an appearance from Jericho's father. They got some cheap Blackhawks heat.
Okay, so the WWE version of this is you pick it up and then Dean Ambrose comes out of the box.
Right.
And what instead we got was, it was just like, hey, it's actually someone I want to see.
Right. Well, it was a nice little bit of business.
Was it Sting?
No. Wasn't Sting. I was a little worried. There were quite a few digs at WWE early on here. I don't know if you caught that. The main one is when Justin Roberts came in the ring. You know, there's like Justin Roberts, hometown boy, and they beat him up. And I believe it was Excalibur says, who beats up somebody in their hometown?
Yeah.
Like incredulous. A little worried about all that.
Yeah.
But they didn't lean too heavy to it.
I wonder if that was more direct reference to Jim Ross getting his ass kicked
Sure.
and humiliated every time
Sure.
they were in anything resembling Oklahoma.
You know what? You might be onto something.
Sometimes
there.
they just do it in Tennessee just for fun.
It's basically Oklahoma. Oklahoma adjacent.
Yeah.
Oklahoma adjacent.
But yeah. Final thoughts on opening segment?
Fun stuff. We didn't even mention, it's to set up the entire thing is to set up the main event. We get the run-in by SCU, who are dressed up as the marching band.
Yes. So Joaquin likes to do a big idea at the top of the show.
Okay.
My big idea this week is the Elite,
Mm-hmm.
Young Bucks, Cody, Paige. They love costumes.
They love dress 'em ups.
Yeah, they love dressing people up.
Yep.
They love dressing up. And maybe this would have been more impactful if you hit the SCU music and Scorpio comes down to the ring and just starts beating Chris Jericho.
Sure. Okay.
As opposed to marching band outfit. I don't know. Just putting that out
It's
there.
costume escalation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Proud and Powerful dressed up as the Rick and Morty fans out there.
Yeah.
Now SCU's in the marching band gear. I'm wondering if we're eventually going to get like the return of a Bernard the Business Bear.
Or Bernie the drug-free bear.
Bernie the drug-free bear. Maybe we'll get some costume shenanigans there. I
They-
don't know. I like the costumes.
Here's the thing. I like the costumes too. They're fun.
Yes.
Maybe the save on Justin Roberts could have been like a little more, I don't know, sincere.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, he's kind of an
That's-
afterthought.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But he's great though.
Well, I mean, tonight though, replaced by Dasha, who handled herself
Dasha
well.
did great.
Yeah.
But we also got a third member of the booth
Mhm.
coming up for our well, yeah, this is a little bit of bubbly.
Yeah. There's a little bit of bubbly.
I keep on forgetting to go through these.
Yeah.
So
Start getting on a bike, Frank. You get right back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we got Trent,
Yep.
Chuck,
Yep.
Lucha Bros,
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy as a turkey.
Yeah. I specifically chose this screenshot for this match because I just wanted everyone to be able to appreciate the amazing Lucha Bros hoodies.
Oh,
that they
those are
came
great.
out in. I want one really. I want the white one.
Is it on Pro Wrestling?
It must be. It must be.
AEWmerch.com.
Yeah.
So Trent coming off of a victory on AEW Dark last week.
Yeah, with the crunchy pile driver.
Yeah. The name of it as
The
well.
crunchy!
Crunchy!
I love it.
He wins the belt. They just have to yell, Crunchy!
You know?
Crunchy!
They also have to scream sexy Chucky knee too, so let's do it. You know, it's Soul Pancake, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Wrestling's silly.
It is. Yeah, you're right, Johnny Cliche. Trent is both Trent and Chuck, but Trent specifically seems to be getting a push. They gave him the rub on the commentary, saying that he could potentially have a singles run. Maybe they're going to try to replicate some of the magic with Scorpio Sky.
Yeah, so next week apparently it's Trent and Phoenix.
Okay.
Which I'm here for.
I wouldn't be surprised if Trent got another victory. I mean, that guy's looking shredded right now.
Yeah.
It's the best shape of his life.
Yeah, I was tweeting about it earlier today. I'm wondering if this is part of building up Trent as that heavyweight singles wrestler again as well.
Sure. Yeah.
So getting like a few more options, and also getting Pentagon and Phoenix in singles matches is
It's always a positive.
What a treat.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I also like that there are some tag teams that are tag team specialists specifically. Like they only do tag team contests. We're talking Private Party, the Young Bucks, Dark Order. But we do have teams that are like hybrid teams. I think that Lucha Bros are going to become one of these hybrid teams. I think Chuck and Trent might be one of these hybrid teams.
Yeah. And also, you've got the third man in the group, Orange Cassidy.
How could we forget?
I mean, maybe I didn't remember like previous weeks, but Cassidy now has his own piece of the Tron.
Mm-hmm.
You get the orange unwrapping as part of the Best Friends intro.
Pretty good.
And inexplicably, he's dressed as a turkey.
He's Cranberry Cassidy.
Yes, he's Cranberry Cassidy.
Yeah, 'tis the season.
If turkeys could fly, says one JR.
The commentary tonight.
So, I mean, like the commentary. I mean, we'll talk about it when we get to it.
Yeah.
But it's like I think JR and Excalibur are doing great.
Yes.
We were joined by our friend from State Farm,
Marco
from State Farm, doing his best Alex Marvez impression on
This
commentary.
was the strangest product integration I think I've ever seen from a wrestling
So
company.
is he from like commercials or something? Or?
No, I think he's just like an employee with State Farm.
Oh.
Or Allstate? Was it Allstate? State something. Yeah.
State.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like Spears' commentary on Dark playing up Trent like was kind of obvious. Yeah, for sure. Like I completely agree with that, Johnny. First of all, we're not going to be talking about last week's Dark very much.
Yeah.
I thought Sean Spears was great on commentary last week.
He got comfortable. Yeah. What little I'll say is that like I think at first it felt a little forced. He's one of those wrestlers who doesn't switch into commentary voice mode. He sticks with his normal conversational voice, but he kind of found a nice happy medium between the two after a while.
He found a groove with Excalibur in a way that I don't even think MJF did.
Oh, for sure. Sean Spears was much more of like a heel trying to put himself over than even MJF, which is surprising. Yeah. But it worked for Spears.
Yeah, and also I like that Spears like was picking people that he thought were gonna win.
Yeah.
He did the Heenan thing where he switched his pick,
which is great. Yeah.
Like so is that episode out?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah. Okay. We recorded a bunch of This Is Awesome.
You're talking about that. No, that's next week.
Yeah, next week we're covering a match that has some Bobby Heenan commentary. Yeah. So yeah, if you're on iTunes, you can search for This Is Awesome. Find our show.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one, I think.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Watch the greatest wrestling matches.
Yeah, tomorrow is Volador Jr. and Negro Casas.
Yeah, Volador Jr. and Negro Casas, and then the following week we should just like say what it is.
Yeah, that's it. The week after that is Piper and Brett from WrestleMania 8.
Yeah, Piper and Brett with WrestleMania 8 with Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan on commentary, and Heenan switches his pick.
Yeah, which is
as he always does,
yeah.
And I was like, great to see like Spears like pay homage to that. But so. Hey, what's up, Wild Junior? I thoroughly appreciate you dropping in.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, this will be of course, on video on demand on Twitch.
Yes.
For a little bit, but also we put this out on the podcast feed as well. So
yeah, a couple days later. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just want to listen to us when you're on a train or on the elliptical.
Sure.
AKA podcast hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find
That's
us
good
on
stuff.
there.
Well, so overall, are you okay with Chuck and Trent going over here?
Yeah. I think it's time.
Yeah.
I think it's time for their like little push.
Mm-hmm.
And Trent has a really good singles record right now, and it's I don't think he's gonna beat Phoenix. Do you think?
I think he might.
I mean, Phoenix doesn't have the belt right now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it's the chance if you really wanted to establish Trent as a singles guy and give him some run.
And also, they're getting that crunchy pile driver over as like a big finish.
Yeah.
Because Pentagon Jr. was not able to put Trent away with a package pile driver on the apron followed by an arm breaker.
Which is wild. Yeah.
Instead, the crunchy is the thing that got the job done. So maybe protected finish.
Who knows?
Build it up like a little bit.
Yeah.
What were your overall thoughts on the match?
I thought the match was good. It's a solid tag team match. I thought that they took a little while to get going. I don't quite think these two teams have great chemistry. I think that they can. They're great wrestlers, so they're going to just put on a good match. But there's something, especially with Trent and the Lucha Bros. I don't quite think they mesh as well.
Yeah.
But again, that could just be unfamiliarity. They're not wrestling each other all the time.
I think part of it also is like we haven't seen Chuck get to showcase his entire personality yet.
It's true. Yeah.
Adding Orange Cassidy to the team's only going to like make that like harder.
Right.
For like at least the short term.
It's true.
But yeah, more Chuck for me next time.
I would like to see it. Yeah.
I dug the match.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for dropping in. We don't want to like duck out. I don't want to spoil anything. It's really fun.
Yeah,
fun
exactly.
episode.
Yeah, I would say watch the show. We're supplementary material.
It's true. So after this, they actually did something with the rating system for the women's match.
Really, really cool stuff. So they've teased us. They've showed us this on Twitter for the last couple of weeks. We get the rankings. They have a singles ranking for the men, a singles ranking for the women, and a singles ranking for the tag team division. I do think it's a little odd that they show us the top 5 and they don't include the champions in the graphic. I think that would make more sense because every time they've gone over this, I always see people on Twitter being like, "Oh, where's the champions? How come they're not ranked?" It's like, well, they're not. They're like the S tier. They're above the 1 through 5. Yeah. So I think they should probably include them in the graphic. Yeah. Later in the show, they mentioned that Cody's number 3 on the singles ratings, despite saying that he's not going to go for the title. Right. Well, it's not an official rule. It's a personal rule. It's because he's a babyface. Yeah. Yeah. What will make him go for it? Because that's what it is. I think if he says he's never going to challenge ever again, it's wrestling. Yeah. So some point down the road, he will eventually. Yeah. It'll make sense. So yeah. Moving on to women's match. First of all, okay, we'll just do it right now. Yeah, we'll just like go straight through this. Okay. JR made antiquated, insensitive
racial comment.
Yeah.
Very quickly, I don't want to dwell on it too long. Bummer, because I felt like the rest of the night he was actually like the best he's ever been on AEW
I would
commentary.
agree. Yeah, and that is what is frustrating about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't, especially going into Thanksgiving weekend, a lot of people going to see some relatives. Probably going to say some pretty rough stuff.
Yeah. Well, and it's also coming off of all the stuff with Jim Cornette. And it's like
the timing's bad.
But I also think it's apples to oranges, because I think that
like
it's a term that has fallen out of favor, obviously, within the last 20 years, which is like it's not excusing anything. Yeah. But at the same time, like he's also having to call matches with OWE,
and OWE's name is it's a sticky wicket. I think JR slipped up here, which is unfortunate on otherwise good night, but I'm not going to dwell on it too
absolutely.
much.
But yeah, so B. Priestley, Emi Sakura against Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida. Wonderful little tag match.
Oh, yeah. Chris Statlander.
Yeah.
See, I love learning something from a commentator.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that Chris Statlander had only wrestled for 3 years.
Yeah, I did not know that she was that great. You would never know by watching her. Yeah.
Hey, John Requarian, how are you doing?
Oh, right on. All right.
Chris Statlander's so good. Oh my God, Chris Statlander's so good.
She's one of the best hot tags in AEW.
Yeah.
You know what she reminds me of? She actually, I get like a Hangman vibe from her.
Yeah.
Like the way she carries herself, her physicality, but that she can still move in the ring. I don't know. I think she's got a bright future. Her promos leave a little bit to be desired. I don't know if anyone caught her. It was on Twitter after the show. She cut a promo. She's talking about like she's an alien from another planet.
Oh, yeah. She's been doing this like alien kind of gimmick.
She talks in the third person. She doesn't have it figured out just yet, but I think there's potential.
A little too Planet Stasiak.
A little bit. It's very Planet Stasiak.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. She's the galaxy's greatest alien. Thanks, John. Yeah. It's a little. She'll work it out. She'll get there.
But this match was great.
Yeah.
This match was great. Great work from Hikaru Shida.
Yep.
One of Hikaru Shida, I think, is better outings. B. Priestley, Chris Stat looked like $1 million.
Yes.
And so I had some questions about this match.
Okay.
And I was very happy to see them answered ever so slightly later. So, Emi Sakura has, like, AEW, I don't want to say it's like they don't have clean cut, like, heels and faces.
Right.
But characters exist in some gray areas where, you know, they can be aligned with some faces and
I think I had this exact note, what you're about to say.
So, Emi Sakura going into this match isn't necessarily a heel, but has done a few heelish things.
Correct.
Young Bucks have done heelish things. Like
of course.
Pulling off, like, Phoenix's mask.
Very heelish, yeah.
That's a big heel move.
Yeah.
But, Emi Sakura, I'm like halfway through the match, like, Emi Sakura's trying to get, like, the chants going, the We Will Rock Yous.
Yeah.
And the crowd's not going with it. I'm just like, oh, it was kind of like during, like, the Rio match at the pay-per-view. And that was, like, kind of like a bummer that people weren't going with it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is Emi Sakura a heel? And then by the end of the match, you're like, oh, Emi Sakura's a heel.
100%. I think it's like a bit like she's doing the We Will Rock Yous as if like she doesn't realize that she's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it works. I think it's super fun.
Oh, yeah. Jamie Hayter's great, too. Yeah. Jamie Hayter's another person who hasn't been like wrestling for super long and is already like fantastic.
She's very young.
Yeah. I think she's already back in Japan right now.
Yeah. Well, and then also in the commentary, they mentioned that B. Priestley recently moved to Japan. So I don't see her being a huge part of the women's division, at least right away.
She's really good.
She's very good, but that's something that they can, like, you know, we can see her every once in a while, but she doesn't have to be completely featured, right? Yeah. Which is kind of nice.
And we've got Shanna now, too, which is great. The AEW women's division
did a great job on Dark this week, Shanna.
Yeah.
Oh, and Big Swole's awesome.
Yeah, like, we're getting a fantastic women's roster.
Yeah.
But, and this is something we talked about before we got on the air, we're seeing, like, a lot of big featured performers. You got, like Cody's had like a little bit of time off.
Yep.
But you usually get Cody, usually get the Bucks.
Every week you get a Kenny Omega match, either Dark or AEW's
you got Chris Jericho, John Moxley.
Yeah.
For Kenny Omega, I argue that he's maybe not exposed as a whole that much to like the American like audience still. Mm-hmm. So, and also I don't think they've ever got like straight up Kenny Omega still.
Right.
We're still operating in like Kenny Omega's kind of in a slump. Kenny Omega's having trouble.
Yeah.
Like I think we're coming out of that now, and we're gonna see some like big like cleaner Kenny Omega stuff. So I like to see him like most weeks, but there needs to be more space for like the women's division, and also they need to be setting up a new challenger for Rio right now,
and they're not.
And there's no story right now for Rio either.
Right.
Like
Well, I think it was Kenny did an interview recently where he mentioned that like they want to start featuring them more, and that it might help when they get a tag division going. But I think that's kind of an odd thing to say because like you could just feature them more, and they do a good job on Dark, I think. But like I don't know. I want more. I want more of these. There's some great, unique talent in this division. I'd like to see more of it.
Yeah. I completely agree.
Yeah.
And on that note, it's like, where's Rio?
Yeah, it's been a little while since we've seen her. Yeah.
Though, like we talked about this on the show, like when right around when Full Gear happened, they had a problem, which was they didn't know who was going to actually have visas to face Rio.
Yes.
And they wanted it to be a Joshi match at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like, their hands were tied like a little bit.
Yeah.
But still, you can still give Rio like at least like just cut a promo with Nakazawa or something like.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on. Also, tag match just great.
Yeah. Genre queering. I think you're right. I think we're going to see another Sakura Shida match to set up a title match against Riho. Obviously, I'd like to see Riho just in action again soon. I guess Shida and Riho is the logical next step because of how she's positioned. She's number 1 in the rankings, but it just doesn't feel as like a fresh matchup, which is weird to say this early on in the show, but I feel like we've seen that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Big standout for this one. Yep. Chris Statlander making American television debut,
and I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, that scissor kick is so dope.
Yeah, she's
the scissor kick is so dope.
She's a really, really cool moveset.
Yeah.
All right, next bit of business. All right.
He makes it look so easy.
It's you know what's funny is that this promo kind of like sneaks up on you because he's so casual about it. He's using that like kind of like the Jake the Snake method of promo where he's not really shouting. He's just kind of speaking at like an even temper. He basically challenges people without challenging them, saying like, "Does anyone want to get me before I get them?"
Yeah,
good shit, great character work.
Yeah, fantastic. But he just makes it look too easy.
Yeah,
like I just. It's like you shouldn't just be able to just go do that.
It's wild.
You can't just cut a promo like that.
Yeah.
Fuck you, John Moxley.
Well, yeah, we're lucky.
Hey, we just get that every week.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah. Like, it's so great because like I loved all of Mox's stuff.
Yeah.
Before.
Right.
Like his like I'm a sick guy promos. Like I love this stuff was great. Then in WWE, I thought he was just like a great promo as well. And now we're seeing like his old stuff kind of bleed into like that
it's pretty
style.
Cool, yeah.
Because he got really polished in WWE.
Yes.
And that's what happens when you're like the guy who has like the most matches.
Yeah, it was that one stretch, right, where he was wrestling like sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, like it was like something like 300 matches that year.
Yep.
But he's cutting promos all the time, and that level of polish, it's like you can't just get that.
Right. Yeah.
And it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's funny. Like, obviously, like he was frustrated at the end of his WWE run. But I think without that run, he's not the same guy. Like, if he had just gone and stayed in the Indies and maybe worked Japan or worked, like, Beyond or PWG, I don't think he's this Moxley that we're getting now.
Yeah. I'm sure he's glad for the experience.
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, we get our first appearance of Cody since the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Up against...
Mike Nix.
Yeah,
Mike Nix.
Yeah. Big pop for Mike Nix.
Is he a Chicago native?
No idea.
Joaquin's Matt Nix. Joaquin's gonna get mad at us because he's usually the one that sends the angry texts during the show. Like, can somebody look up who this is? Are you gonna do this live? We're doing it live. All right.
I'm going to cagematch.net.
All right. We're looking him up. I love it. Let's see here. Take a look at the chat.
I saw. Oh, so I guess he was in, the clusterfuck.
Wait.
The spring break clusterfuck.
Okay, all right.
Because he was in a match where I see the names Logan Stunt,
Jesus,
Marcus Crane, Masashi Takeda, Matt Tremont, Mantor.
Okay,
definitely the clusterfuck
from spring break.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Matt Nix is, I guess, been around for a little bit.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Look, he appointed himself well. He had a couple good facial expressions. The match didn't take long. I like that Cody didn't finish with the crossroads. It's one of the things I really enjoy about AEW is that they like to mix up their finishes. So, like, for example, like, Cody, he uses the figure four in a lot of his matches. Picked that up from Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
Call back to the original All In. Gets the victory here with the tap out from the figure four. Nice little, 2-minute match.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm, like, reading, like, the stuff.
Got some good stuff on my Knicks here.
Here are some of the recent...
Hit me with the Knicks tape.
Okay. Recent match that he participated in was the Beer Bash at the Beach.
Okay, all right.
But also, Losers Camp is turned into condos.
What?
So I guess it's like a camping themed, like Camp Moonsault wrestling.
And their camp gets turned into condominiums?
Yeah.
Man, it's a gentrification match.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so that's our boy Matt Nix.
But the real news,
Cage match.
Yeah, thank you, Cage match. Cage match.
.net.
But the real news from this match, you want to hit that magic button. After the match is over, we get a run-in. So there's a hole cut in the ring.
Dude, steampunk Teddy Roosevelt just popped out of the ring. And Tommaso Ciampa's body with Silas Young's head.
Oh my god, yeah.
Also came out of the ring. And Demon Bunny Alley's back.
Yeah. Which is surprising. Like, did I miss something? Did we get a tease that this was going to happen?
Nothing. Out of nowhere.
Okay.
So, Johnny in the chat is, like, digging it.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, look, I'm excited for a new direction for Allie. I thought that I like her as a wrestler. I like her as a babyface.
No, she needs this.
She needs the edge. Yeah,
she needs the Demon Alley bit.
In case anyone's missing, or in case anyone doesn't know, and this is for Joaquin, for when he watches this so he doesn't get mad at me, who are the Butcher and the Blade?
One second. Oh, Chuck!
Oh, yeah. That's a shoot. I love it.
Chuck!
Uh-huh.
Chuck, who are the Butcher and the Blade?
All right, so the Blade...
I'd love to, Joaquin.
I'd love to, Joaquin. Is formerly known as Braxton Sutton. I wrestled in Impact. It's Allie's husband. Oh, yeah, there you go. Johnny also said that in the chat. And then we have the Butcher. That's Andy Williams. He is the...
Teddy Roosevelt.
He's evil Teddy Roosevelt.
He's Teddy Roosevelt.
He's the guitarist from the band Every Time I Die.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, and he wrestles now.
Yeah, so I'm aware of the Butcher and the Blade as a tag team.
So I've seen a match of theirs
Beyond
Wrestling. Yeah, they were a lot of the enhancement talent for AEW's come from Beyond. It makes sense. They're the local big Northeast independent promotion.
Yeah.
But this is exciting. I mean, they're a little kind of like, okay, dark leather. They're sort of like in Dark Order world a little bit. Like, but
yeah.
Again, there's only so many looks.
Look, here's the thing. I feel like they're going to get someone and they got to put them in a pie.
Sure.
They're the demon wrestlers of Fleet Street.
God damn it. Okay. Here's a question. Eventually, we're going to get, I think, Marty Scurll, right? He's got Villain Enterprises going. We don't entirely know who among Villain Enterprises is going to be free from
I've been reading the
ROH.
sheets.
Have you been in them sheets?
I've been reading the
Daz
sheets.
files?
I've been reading the sheets.
Okay, all right.
Marty Scurll owns Villain Enterprises.
Okay.
So he can take that wherever he wants.
But is PCO available to leave?
I
think they locked him up, right?
I'll be entirely honest. If I'm PCO, I don't leave.
Agreed. No, 100%.
ROH. Oh, ROH.
I know.
I mean, you can follow their recent controversies and so on Twitter if you feel like it.
Yeah.
But ROH has had a really bad run since their MSG show.
Yeah. They
had a chance to put their best foot forward. They screwed it up.
Yep.
This is the Mercury, Joy Mercury stuff that's going on, and just it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
They book PCO great. Yes. He's the only guy on that show that they book.
I'm gonna hit our little button here before we lose the.
Oh yeah, our feed will kick out for 1 second.
You know it. All right, that should do it. Yeah.
Do you think that did it?
I think it did it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we still haven't fixed that problem, but hopefully we'll be able to get ahead of it.
We have a new camera.
We have a new camera, but
it still turns off after half an hour.
It still turns out after half an hour. Oh boy. Let's see here.
But yeah,
BTE has hinted at Marty joining. We saw his picture when Hangman left the Elite. We're seeing sort of the fracturing of the Elite. But what I was saying is that I wonder if Butcher, Blade, and Bunny aren't like a backdoor early version of Villain Enterprises that Marty can be integrated into.
I like that conspiracy.
He shares the look. It's the aesthetic is there. So we'll
also
see.
Demon Alley's fantastic.
Yes.
That's the best character work of her career. It's a shame that we didn't end up with Kylie Ray in AEW. Yes. I'm glad she's doing good right now. I'm glad she's wrestling again because I think she's awesome.
Yep.
But Allie was kind of that character.
Absolutely.
And I think the reason why we didn't get that character is because Kylie Ray was there.
I think you're right.
So we got kind of an in-between. Or maybe we just need Allie to be around for a while so we could be like, hey, why is Allie dressed up as a bunny now?
Well, that was the odd thing to me was that I wish we had gotten a little bit of a tease for this. And again, that's just a situation right now that AEW is still trying to work out where I think sometimes their women's division gets a little bit of the short shrift.
Yeah.
But hopefully they'll figure that out.
For Butcher and the Blade, it's just why not just it's cool to have surprises. AEW has a lot of surprises.
They
though.
do. Well, and that
I'm
was
very
the thing.
surprised.
This thing kind of
Came out of nowhere.
well, not only did it come out of nowhere, but like, let's be honest, 95% of the wrestling community doesn't know what Beyond Wrestling is, doesn't follow it.
Dark Order got a Who Are You, and Dark Order, like, were definitely, as Super Smash Brothers,
Exactly. Yes.
much more well known.
Absolutely.
But I bet if they debut them as Super Smash Brothers or a big pop or something.
Sure, but I think this is gonna be part of the bit. Cody afterwards on Twitter even tweeted like, "Who the hell are these guys?" So I think part of it is they wanted there to be some confusion. So whether that was a good idea or not, I saw a lot of clusterfuck on Twitter about people saying like, "Who are these guys? This is stupid. Like, you should tell us who they are." Look, you're not always going to get your handheld. Yeah. We're going to find out more next week.
Yeah. Or the week after.
Yeah. All right. Where are we going next?
Boom. Pac and Omega.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, Johnny. I think you're right that she shows up after being backfisted by Kong. Yeah, I mean, this as a response to what Brandy's been doing, especially if a lot of this is directed at Allie from Brandy.
What if they were all together? Here's the thing. AEW is like a hot topic. Full of goths.
It's true, though.
Even Brandy Rhodes is a goth now.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So just put them all together.
Look, you make the deal with Hot Topic, you lean into Hot Topic, you get the discount.
Yeah.
Get that discount. Everyone in AEW's got goth merch and lava lamps all the way down.
Here's the thing. You don't need KMFDM records. They're on Spotify.
Yeah.
You don't need them. No one's going to be impressed by your VNV Nation, Skinny Puppy records.
God damn it.
I was a teenage goth. Anyway, Pac and Omega, the fucking barn burner.
Wonderful TV match.
Yeah.
Didn't need to be more than it was. Wrestled a great match, like a 3.5, 4-star match. And just what I like to call a Bret Hart finish.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's a Bret Hart finish?
A Bret Hart finish is when you use a very strong, simple wrestling maneuver that leads to a pin, and you win by surprising your opponent, not just hitting your big move.
So I love that he switched what he was using for the leverage on it.
Yes.
Like, that is...
It felt like he earned the win, not just that he got a shocking win.
Yeah, and I think also, in a case like this, it's great for Pac to get rolled up.
Absolutely. Well, especially for his character, he's a heel. Yeah, and John Recording, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but you're talking about Kenny's This Is Sparta kick that he started to use, because I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's super dope.
Yeah.
But both these guys suffer from what I call Finn Balor-itis.
Okay. Let's hear about this.
So, you see Kenny Omega work Okada for an hour.
Yeah.
You see Pac do 4 million flips.
Mm-hmm.
You see Finn Balor in New Japan. I remember like one of the first times I saw his work in New Japan, it was like a triple threat with I think it was a triple threat. It might have been a fatal 4-way with Kushida and Loki.
Sure. Okay. Yep.
At the Dome.
It's a long time ago.
And they'd go nuts. When I see Finn Balor wrestle for 9 minutes on television, I know he's not tired.
Right.
Finn Balor is like a cardio beast.
Yeah, the man hasn't eaten bread in a decade. He's not tired.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah. Same with Kenny Omega and Pac. Like, I can understand getting hurt in a TV match. Like, I understand, like, there's some high impact moves there that wear you down. But these guys are pretending to be tired.
Like, that's what breaks kayfabe for you, being tired at all.
Yeah, because I'm just like, but
they don't sweat. It's crazy.
It's insane. I've seen Pac sweat.
Yeah,
I saw Pac
sweat when I sit down and do this podcast.
Yes, I saw Pac sweat when he had like a 45-minute match with KZ.
Right.
In Dragon Gate.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I never buy that they're tired, but that's great. We got a breathless match.
Yes.
It was awesome. Kenny selling that little leg bit off the dive.
Mm-hmm.
Dives are high risk. Just dope. Johnny Cliche, that is some sweet fantasy booking. Havoc and Allen versus Butcher and Blade.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Yeah. So also this week, we didn't have Joey Janela, who's usually associated with the hardcore trinity of Jimmy Havoc and like a Darby Allin.
Sure.
He said he refused to go to AEW Dynamite this week. That he didn't get on his plane. But he didn't get on the plane because he was unjustly eliminated from that match.
Right.
And he wants justice done before he gets back in the AEW ring.
This is weird.
I mean, he's just not on this week, so he was just like...
that's all it is? Just like working an angle because he's not on TV?
Yeah, and maybe, we're going to see some twists and turns with the Janela character. He's super over on TV. I feel like maybe they got some bigger plans for the guy.
We'll see what happens.
Maybe they'll do something to make it up to him.
I'd like to see that. I'll say one more thing before we move on, just to close out for this match. I think we might have to put to bed this strange fixation that Excalibur has with the Falcon Arrow. I saw an Avalanche Falcon Arrow, and Kenny kicked out. I think people kick out of the Falcon Arrow. I'm starting to suspect that maybe Excalibur doesn't know what he's talking about. Nah? All right. All right.
All right.
Where are we going next?
Where are we going next?
There we go.
We got it.
All right. I think I might have got these out of order, but we'll talk about this now. Yeah.
They gave me what I wanted.
Yeah. Well, it started last week. Last week's I thought was the better version of this, which was the sort of infomercial of the Dark Order, the creepy Dark Order cult, right? Yep. We had the sort of like cult leader talking to like these young impressionable people. Here's my question for you. Is the larger gentleman who's the focus of these videos, is he supposed to be an avatar for Evil Uno, or is Evil Uno supposed to be the one speaking?
Well, in this one, it looked like Uno was speaking at one point.
It did, but it doesn't. I don't think it's actually Uno, or maybe it is.
No. They had a masked guy speaking in this particular vignette on stage, which I think was Uno. So Janela is gonna face Jon Moxley in an indie match.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So I have been the one who's been harping on about Dark Order.
You and Johnny Cliche.
I mean, I think they improved the presentation of the characters. I think in ring their performances...
He needed that jacket. Thank God for Brandon Cutler's wife. I forget her name. I apologize for referring to her that way, but she's a great seamstress.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, for AEW. The mask with the makeup, awesome.
Yep.
Vest, awesome. Starting to get some promo time, starting to act like heels in the ring.
Yeah.
And now we've got this stuff, and this stuff is gold to me.
Yeah.
This is like what John McQuarrie, like, his gear's so much better now. It makes me so happy.
It's amazing. Yeah.
This is what I wanted all along. This is what I wanted for the Wyatt family. Absolutely.
Well, it explains why they're doing this. They're part of this like movement or cult that's trying to attract impressionable young men and women. Specifically, and I'm glad that they're including a few women in these packages as well. It opens the door for like people they could attract.
I can't wait till it's a stable.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a bunch of stables in AEW, which I'm so excited about.
So I know that you didn't get a chance to watch all of BTE.
Yes.
So I don't know if you saw at the end of this week's BTE. We'll just jump ahead to this next. We're talking about Dark Order, and I have a theory about this. So the end of this week's BTE, Inner Circle attacked Cutler and the Librarians, and said they were going to take over BTE next week, which is exciting.
Awesome.
They essentially kidnapped Leva Bates.
And the Inner Circle?
Yeah.
Or
Sammy Guevara and Proud and Powerful kidnapped Leva Bates.
Oh.
And they leave Peter Avalon in a heap. Okay?
Okay.
I'm wondering if we're going to get rid of this Librarian thing. Maybe... I wonder if it's time for maybe a guy like Peter Avalon, who is somebody who he's disillusioned with his gimmick, not doing so well in AEW.
That's what I want.
Would a guy like Peter Avalon gravitate towards?
Yes. That's what I want.
They've already targeted from Jurassic Express, Marco Stunt.
They always try, like,
I think
maybe they'll get Logan Stunt.
That'd be awesome.
His brother.
Yeah.
So there's a website. You can go to.
Oh, that's an actual website.
Yeah, Join the Dark Order is an actual website.
That's great.
And you can put your details in, and they'll contact you. So I think we might start getting like a little alternate reality game thing going on, which is really also cool. Like catnip for me.
I love that. Oh, and apparently Leva's been selling the kidnapping on Twitter. I was actually kind of hoping. Obviously, it'd be a little weird. It's very Attitude Era if she starts to get Stockholm Syndrome and joins the stable, but that's such a wrestling trope.
Does it Stephanie?
I'd love to see AEW or Inner Circle have any female presence. So if it's a Leva joining, that'd be great.
Man, I put Britt Baker in.
Well, I mean, that would make the most sense. You'd think if Jericho wanted to target sort of the best talent, but Leva is a little directionless. This Librarian thing, we all know, is not working.
That's the idea of it at this point.
I know.
It's like,
it's just not working. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
maybe they come back together in a year and they kiss.
Ugh. And then the balloons and the fireworks go off.
Yeah.
Puts the Golden Lovers to shame.
Yeah, the new Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, you mean Miss Elizabeth?
Yeah. Leave it Bates and Peter Avalon. Okay, so let's get on to... Do we have anything from this match? Or do we just have this?
I could only find this picture. So I use a lot of the Ringside News is where I get a lot of the screenshots. Shout out to Ringside News. unfortunately, everyone likes to make GIFs these days. So getting screenshots that are decent quality for all these matches within 20 minutes of when the show's over when we go live is a little tricky.
Yeah, also, like, I've tried to take screenshots from the Sling TV that I pay for to
Yes.
watch AEW specifically. I tried to take screenshots, they don't show up.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I can't take screenshots off my Apple TV either.
Yeah, we'll
Frustrating.
work them out.
Yeah.
But, so...
Diamond Ring...
Okay.
The first ever, they're going to make it a yearly tradition. The Diamond Ring match. This Diamond Ring...
Let's go back a bit.
Okay, all right.
So, Chuck,
Yes.
how was the Diamond Dozen introduced?
Okay. They just said it was happening.
The Diamond Dozen Battle Royale.
It was literally like, I think it was Shivani was just like, oh, and then next week, we got this thing.
The Diamond Dozen Battle Royale. Was it for the ring originally? I don't think it was.
They did not say that. No,
Yeah,
they just said it was a thing happening. Yeah.
So, Diamond Dozen Battle Royale happens.
Mm-hmm.
And who's our winner?
It's Hangman,
Yeah.
and we thought it was Jungle Boy. Turns out MJF had been hiding under the ring. He pulls Jungle Boy out, pops up on the ring, flexes, and I realize how fucking swollen MJF is. He is
he's
jacked.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So, 2 winners to a Battle Royale.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very TNA, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you said, so Frank, you said last week.
Yeah.
Last week's Dynamite was very Impact.
Yeah. And I didn't mean that in like a bad way.
No.
It's just like a bunch of shit happens.
Yeah.
And it just happens.
Yeah.
And your announcer's like, well, I guess this is happening.
They did put over the ring though. Look, if wrestlers are prize fighters, if wrestlers
prizes.
want money and prizes because they're they're carnies,
Yeah.
right? Then it stands to reason that a ring that costs, I think it started as $42,000, then it became $45,000, and now it's like $46,000. The most prestigious, expensive ring in all of sports. Excalibur even comments that the price of the ring keeps going up, which is great. It would stand to reason that wrestlers would want this, especially a guy like MJF, right? Like it's a status thing.
Yeah. And they want it so much that they get to cut promos during their entrances about how much they want it.
Well, and MJF gets to look at himself cutting his promo and mouth his own words to his promo, which is amazing. Which I love that.
MJF again.
He's wonderful.
But you know what? Hangman's promo was fucking dope too.
Yes, it was.
All good stuff. Efficiently using their TV time.
Yes.
Maybe these promos like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, a little bit of time to breathe.
Yeah.
I think. John, do we think MJF will sell the ring?
I hope that's the first thing he does. Is next week he's just like.
You think he's gonna? No.
He puts his hand up and he's like, "Oh, where is it?" He's just like, "I pawned that shit. I got money now." And it has a big pyro display.
That would be pretty good if he sold the ring to get like new. Let's see. Wait.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, Johnny. If MJF is just waving that ring at everybody, I can't wait till it gets destroyed. Because that's all that stuff's for.
Gorgeous ring. So it's a bunch of diamonds. It says AEW in the middle of it. Looks really great. John Ring and Johnny are having a little bit of a disagreement here about what we're gonna do with the ring. I would agree. I don't think he's gonna pawn it because he doesn't need the money. He's rich and he's better than you. I think he would keep it and show it off.
I mean, he doesn't even wear his own bootleg scarf. He still wears the real
Exactly. So
the high class.
Yeah, he's also the most expensive autograph at StarCast. So, and that's like legitimately the most expensive autograph at StarCast.
So, I'm gonna say what I didn't like about this match.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
So I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the match.
Yep.
Thought right finish.
Yep.
All good shit. I can't believe he went over with that, with the double cross.
He screwed it up, right?
I mean, I thought that looked pretty okay. It's like just weird.
It was a reverse of the actual. What does everybody in the chat think? It was an inverse of a crossroads.
It was kind of like a crossroads.
The announcers kept calling it the double cross as if that's what it's going to be called now, that's cool. It's a little on the nose for MJF's character, but whatever. It looked like Hangman took it right on his head, which is a little scary.
Yeah. I'd probably want to make it look good.
Sure.
But
well, you know what's funny? When he was about to win after Hangman got sucker punched, I was like, I suddenly hit me. What is MJF's finisher? And I don't know. And that's not a bad thing. A guy like Piper, he went his entire career. He never really had a set finisher. He used the sleeper. But like when you're a heel, you're gonna win by a lot of shenanigans. But I thought it was pretty good.
The botch roads.
The botch roads. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So.
Yeah. It's good.
I was tickled.
Yeah.
So there's something I didn't like in this match.
Okay.
MJF pulls Bryce in front of him
and holds him there,
Yeah.
that's a DQ, guys.
Yeah.
That's just a DQ.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
It
like
looks like
that.
he's in a chicken wing or something.
Yeah, it looked like $1 Million Dream. They just put that on Soul Train Jones.
But the crowd did get on Bryce. And actually the second time that night, there was earlier during one of the tag matches, there was a 2 count that was a little too close.
Oh, I liked it.
I had no problem with it, but like the crowd was like, I think they said like this ref sucks, or they was chanting something about the referee.
Ugh.
Same thing here where they're saying like do your there was some kind of chant at the referee. I can't recall exactly, but
Yeah.
but people are on him. The announcers were on him. Like I think ref, you suck. There it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Bryce.
no, and but like he did make a couple mistakes, and
well, I don't think this is a mistake. This is MJS mistake.
right, it's part of the story.
If it was just like if it was just a quick thing where he just pulls him in front of him and lets go,
Right.
that's not a DQ.
It could have been
holding the ref like a hostage.
Could have been timing from Hangman. Maybe Hangman needed to get in the ring a little faster.
I mean, if you just pull him in front of you and then the ref's just like, hey, and then like
right.
turns around.
They shouldn't have put Bryce in that position.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Like I know Jim just goes ballistic over the AEW refs. I'm glad he's calmed down for the most part, but there are 10 counts on the floor.
Yeah,
like there are like 5 counts to get out of the ring.
Right.
These are the only things that hold wrestling together.
Right. The fake rules are important.
Yeah. And right now it's very Impact.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
Like
they've gotten a lot better.
They've got a lot better, but like enforcing the rules like referees in matches is not being a strong suit because I think these guys are just used to working indies.
Yeah.
So it's just like, just do whatever the fuck you want.
I think that's exactly what it is.
But that will make your refs look bad. The only ref who looks great right now is Aubrey Edwards, who
She
has
always looks great.
Just impeccable job in every single match that she's refereed.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that she is like the least tenured referee on like the roster.
It's pretty cool. So what did you think of the angle after the match with DDP? Wardlow's there.
Yeah.
They get a pull apart. They're teasing a match that I'm pretty sure DDP said isn't going to happen because he says he's not going to wrestle.
Yeah, but who knows? The wrestler's going to work, man.
Yeah, I'm
Carney's
not sure.
going to Carney.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
And that was the Diamond Ring.
Yeah. Johnny, there's been some pins where the shoulders weren't down. One of them was in Pac versus Omega, and they get 2. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Indie wrestling.
Sometimes it's indie wrestling. It's the price of doing business occasionally.
Sometimes it's also just camera angles.
Yeah.
WWE protects the camera angles very, very, very well.
Yeah. It is that fine line where you want to call the match like a shoot, but then at the same time, you also don't want the referee to disrupt the building drama. So it's such a fine line to walk. Botchamania did have a great segment about some of the bad tags from AEW. I think it was the people got on one of the tags like to someone's foot. And I think it was like someone pointed out like there's like an old NWA rule book where it's got to be like hand to hand. So
you gotta hold the tag
look,
rope.
They're gonna wring the indie out of this thing slowly but surely until everyone's comfortable. And
or it's just gonna be ECW where a referee's just present for whatever
just a prop.
reason. Yeah, he's just there. Oh, I guess we count this pin on the floor in this match. It wasn't a false count anywhere match, but hey, you know what? It gets me to the back quicker.
Well, okay.
Actually, no, John Finnegan just has to stay out there the whole time.
Well, yeah, the entire time. Okay, so prior to, this is the main event, prior to that, Frank, what did you think of the very brief Dustin Rhodes promo? Setting up our main event for next week, it turns out.
I'm glad they set it up.
Yeah.
So I guess Jake Hager's wrestling a match.
Yeah, which is...
I thought he was in Bellator Fight Camp.
I bet he does like nothing.
Yeah, he just like squashes him or something.
Yeah. Or just doesn't really tag in, you know?
Yeah. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Glad to see Dustin out there. I feel like Dustin is someone they're using perfectly.
Yes.
Where it's just like veteran guy, go out there, do his thing.
Yep.
But he's also like still on top of his game in ring.
Oh yeah, I think he's better than he's ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now he doesn't have to work like
it's Proud and Powerful. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Okay, not Hager.
Okay,
yeah, because like even in like the pull apart, Hager doesn't really do anything, and I think it's because he's not allowed to.
Yeah.
Thank you, John Green, for pointing that out.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See what happens when I don't have one of the images pulled up?
Or Joaquin.
Yeah. Oh, he keeps us honest.
Yeah.
All right,
but so this match, Scorpio Sky, Chris Jericho.
Our main event.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen Scorpio a little more serious earlier in the show when they made the save for Justin Roberts.
I would have liked a promo from him leading up to the match instead of the Dustin promo, if I'm being honest. This would have been a nice time to cut backstage to Scorpio, maybe in the locker room or outside the entranceway, lacing up his boots, getting ready to go out there. And you're like, oh man, biggest match of your life. Like, how are you feeling? Maybe something like that.
Yeah, I feel like there was room for this to exist as a segment. But good match.
Fun match.
Yeah.
So seconds were banned from ringside
until they weren't.
But until they weren't, and I have faith in these guys.
Yeah.
That there'll be a payoff for that in some way.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, you broke the rules, so you have to fight Scorpio again, something like that. Cool. But at that point, it's a DQ, right?
You think so?
If Aubrey goes for the bell and Scorpio's like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Then that's like a kind of like a Cody bit of business, like the way he kind of does.
Well, I'd almost say that this would lead to like maybe like a cage match or something, but I just don't see them doing something like that and escalating a feud between Scorpio and Jericho, which feels more like it's just kind of growing organically out of somebody getting a pin, more like New Japan style.
Yeah.
But also, because of what happens after this match, it seems like we're getting right into another program. I think this is like a one-off, and I have no problem with that.
Well, no, I like the idea. So, JR was on his game during this match, where Scorpio...
His best call in AEW, I think, so far.
Which is act like you've been there.
Oh, my God, yeah.
So good, because, like... Scorpio hasn't been there,
yep,
and that's why he didn't win this time.
Exactly.
Everything made sense in this.
He should have capitalized on that moment. When he had Jericho, he had him on the ground, he hit his cutter.
Yeah.
And he let the moment get to him.
It was good. I like the match. It's exactly what it needed to be. Yeah.
You know who's not a cardio monster? Like Pac and Jericho, or Pac and Kenny Omega, is Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris Jericho was like kind of struggling towards the end of that.
His Lion Tamer left a little to be desired.
Oh, I liked it when he dropped down that full like Boston Crab. I thought it looked pretty good.
No, but he didn't quite get his arms hooked. I don't think he has the core strength to really get under there. Can I say that the thing that really bothered me about this match, and I was disappointed, and maybe this means that we're going to get a follow-up down the road. Did you notice... So, leading up to this match, Scorpio, they won the tag team titles. Scorpio did his inside cradle.
Yeah.
He beats Jericho by doing his inside cradle.
Yeah.
I thought for sure this match would build to a moment where he would hit the inside cradle and then Jericho would manage to kick out. So I would have that would have been one of the biggest pops, like the nearest of near two falls or two counts. I'm assuming what this actually means is that that's going to be a move that's one of the Scorpio's moves.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But I really would have liked to see that payoff. I know they did the backslide, which is kind of the payoff.
The backslide kick out was fucking awesome.
Well, the reason for me, what really worked about the backslide kick out was the fact that Scorpio was almost too enthusiastic. He was like trying to put too much of himself into it that Jericho actually kind of like went over
with the momentum
because of it. Yeah, which is a wonderful little great moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to critique Chris Jericho too much, but he definitely seemed tired towards the end of that
100%, yeah.
But like Chris Jericho's like gone with Kenny Omega. Like I know he can do it. And maybe this was just like a slightly off week for him.
Yeah.
But I had such a great time watching this match. We're critiquing the most minor of minor things.
Yeah.
Like
and Johnny, yeah, I definitely was also like I was ready to believe that Scorpio, it might actually happen. I'm gonna say I was glad they didn't go with some kind of screw job dusty finish.
Yeah.
Because I like that AEW is all about giving us pins, giving us a finish.
And we might have a whole bunch of like someone getting hit with a mic or Jake Hager running in or whatever.
Right.
But at the end of the day, there's going to be a pin. There's going to be a tap out. And if there isn't, they're going to do something about it.
Exactly.
But yeah, if I may have missed that on JR's commentary, making something like
I missed
Jericho's
that.
lifestyle catching up to him. That's
wow.
That'll be
talk about shoot comments that aren't shoot comments.
A great piece of commentary amongst like Excalibur and JR were on their game during this match.
Absolutely.
It's just a real shame like JR fucked up earlier in the night. Like
Yeah.
Boomer's gonna boom.
They sure are, and not like the cool Kofi style either.
Or the Sooners.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. Okay, Sooner. Yeah.
I thought my joke was bad.
Yeah. They're all bad.
But man, overall thoughts on the show. What a delight.
What a wonderful show. This is the best 2 hours of my week. It flies
so
by.
Fun.
You know, the worst part of my week is as soon as we're done recording, watching the Elite, because it means we're the furthest away
from new
getting
content.
to do another episode of AEW and watching the Elite.
Yeah, you got BTE Monday, Dark on Tuesday.
Yep.
So I'm trying to like work a couple because I'm not really super jazzed about NWA Power right now.
Yeah.
I've been trying to catch like a little bit of MLW and Impact.
MLW's great.
I need to watch the Throwback Impact episode, the IPWF.
Oh, I've heard about that. Is it supposed to be
Apparently
great,
it's really, really fun.
I saw the promo that the Rough Riders, the Horsewomen did.
Also, that Frank the Butcher,
yes,
Rhino, has hopped territories.
So good.
Yeah, which is
so
like,
good.
So fun.
But MLW, big news. Filthy Tom Lawler. He's signed there.
Yeah, he re-signed. Good for him, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? MLW guys seem to work at AEW a bit.
They do.
I feel like there's room for a Filthy Tom.
I would love to see a Filthy Tom. There's no wrestlers right now other than like a Hager whose style is like they're like a shoot wrestler.
Yeah.
We're missing that.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what? Like, this is the era for like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
really cool.
But man.
Do you have any thoughts before we kind of wind down here? Just, I know we didn't want to like talk explicitly about it. Was there anything from Dark that we didn't get to talk about? Like the KO Jack Evans match? Were you into that match at all?
Yeah, it's a good match.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think Kennedy needs to be that giving to Jack Evans. I thought there's two moments. After the Ushigoroshi, the match should have ended, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Huge move on the outside, the Snapdragon, and then the Ushigoroshi is like that. That could have been the ending. And then the Tiger Driver 98.
That's it.
Should have just ended the match.
Yeah.
And again, look, make Jack Evans look like $1 million. That would be awesome. Like, maybe he can have a singles run on his own once we get like a secondary title. I'm really excited when we get a secondary title to see what some of these mid-card guys can do.
Yeah.
When they have stakes in their matches. But I need these, it's funny. I need these elite guys to be a little more selfish.
Yeah. I need them to like, not every match needs package pile driver on the apron.
Right.
Like Trent kicking out of that.
Yeah.
Maybe not entirely believable to me.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing. You know what? Trent Pentagon. Hell of a match.
Great match. Yeah.
Big Swole standout like you talked about earlier.
Oh, her move where she did the splits and then kipped up and did like that kind of like the
how?
Oh my god.
How?
Yeah, her little like what was it, like a Michael Jackson dance almost. Like yeah.
It was not a referee Tarantes dance.
No, it was not a little. No Tarantes.
Yeah.
No. Oh dear.
But yeah, man. What a great week for wrestling.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed NXT TakeOver on Saturday. And there's parts of Survivor Series I dug too. It's the first main roster pay-per-view I've watched in a while, and I had a good time.
I just wish it meant something.
Oh yeah, I wish like the characters like meant
Although Raw, I liked the progress of Seth Rollins' character. It makes logical sense. Like but that's
it's another thing entirely.
Yeah.
But the greater point I want to make about that is just like what a great time to be a professional wrestling fan.
You can have as much or as little wrestling as you absolutely want to watch. And you're right, Johnny, you're right. It was James Brown. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I need to catch up on New Japan too.
I feel like I've been neglecting New Japan.
Me too.
I feel bad.
Well, like they're about to start heating up.
Yes.
Usually they heat up like a little earlier for Wrestle Kingdom.
We're out of the tag league now, right? Or we're in it.
I don't even know
anymore.
Oof. I watched like one of the nights. I watched Hiromu Takahashi's return, which is dope. But yeah, greater point. Professional wrestling right now.
Yes, NXT War Games, the women's match was the match of the night, I think.
Yeah.
Super dope.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Dakota Kai, star.
And to bring this back to AEW.
Yes.
If you guys are taking notes at AEW about anything, look over at the NXT women's division.
Yep.
Because that's a hell of a division.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting a great platform.
Yep.
And I'll be entirely honest, the women on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown are probably getting more of a focus than they are on AEW.
Absolutely.
And I think that's I think they're aware, but
I'm hoping. Sorry, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that now that we have a lot of time before the next pay-per-view, Cody's reconfirmed that there's going to be 4 pay-per-views and that's it, and we're going to get a longer build. Next one.
When's our next one?
Well, that's that they haven't announced yet.
We know that there's. So we know Double or Nothing's May.
Yep, and we get
Vegas.
We get a Full Gear, we get an All Out, and then we get an as yet named 4th pay-per-view, and that's it.
And I assume that's going to be sometime probably like around like February.
I think. I'm not entirely sure.
Are they going to build to like Mox and Jericho on TV?
Maybe. What I was going to say is that I think because we have this long build, they now have the ability to have weeks go by where like incrementally we can get little tiny bits here, and we don't need to devote 20 minutes to a specific feud every week to get us there, and it opens up more spots for the women.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got Bash at the Beach, the special.
Ooh, I can't wait.
And I can't believe they're taping Dynamite on the Jericho cruise.
That's so awesome. I'm hoping, I know it's not, I really hope at some point, it's probably not this year, maybe next year, they can do a Bash at the Beach at the pool.
Who knows what's going to look like?
That'd be great.
Who knows? Maybe there's a pool there.
Yeah.
This time. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
But feel like that brings us towards the end of our show this week.
I think it does.
Thank you everybody so much for joining us this week.
This is a punchy one.
Yeah, it's fun. as like also like we didn't have to cover like all the other stuff. Like,
Well, we don't got this guy.
Yeah,
You know?
there's a real stickler for making us cover everything.
Yeah, right? What a dick. Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you all have. Hey, Emperor, thank you so much. Yeah, I was about to wish you all happy Thanksgiving.
That's right. Turkey Day.
Yeah, I hope you all have a great time tomorrow. I'm excited about being back next week too.
I can't wait. Yeah, we're gonna try to be back as often as we can.
Yep, I think next week's like I mean, you're around, right?
I'm around.
Yeah, I'm here too.
Okay then.
So-
Well, all right.
So I guess we're doing a heck of a show.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, enjoy your gooker legs.
Yeah.
And your cranberry Cassidy sauce. And,
Oh yeah. The what else is there?
Your crunchy pile driver yams. Yup.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks for joining us on this weird little show that we like to call Watching the Elite.
Yeah.
But if you're missing us tomorrow, for example,
That's true.
you know what? There's an episode of our podcast coming out.
I'm gonna definitely get it edited and put out at some point tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
But in the meantime, like we have our most recent episode up.
That's true. That's true.
Which match is it again?
Boy,
'Cause we've been recording a lot lately.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Volador Jr. Negro Casas. The previous match was Asuka Nikki Cross.
Yeah, Asuka Nikki
Fun
Cross,
little match to
last,
talk about.
Last woman standing match.
Yep.
That's on our podcast feed right now. So if you go on iTunes or whatever you're using for your podcast, search for Watching the Elite
Or This Is Awesome Pod.
This Awesome Pod. You can find the matches that we watch, and I'd like to request a little something
It's
from
important.
all of y'all in the chat.
Yeah.
Which is if you could go on iTunes and you could search for This Is Awesome, and you can make sure it's our one because there's like 2 other podcasts called
One's
that.
like a religious podcast, and the other one is like a
dead wrestling podcast.
yeah,
they don't
that
do
doesn't
anymore.
exist anymore. Yeah, we beat them.
Yeah.
We went over.
We won the war. But yeah, if you could go on iTunes or whatever you use for podcasts, give us 5 stars. That would make a world of difference to us. We're just trying to get more people out there to see the podcast. We don't do any ads or anything on it yet.
Not yet.
I'm
fingers crossed for the Blue Chew.
Oh man,
You know?
get that Blue Chew endorsement. Then we get that real money.
Yeah, that's true. And hard dicks.
Yeah,
It's very exciting.
That's all you've ever wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Jesus Christ.
That's a Black Friday
Yeah,
sale.
that's
I
right,
waited
it's a Black
for.
Friday sale. One last thing. If you're seeing this on YouTube, I hate to be that guy, but, like and subscribe. Leave a comment.
Obliterate that like button.
Just
Just
hit it with a crunchy.
Yeah, shred the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, if you just want to hop on there, do that. But yeah, if you go on iTunes and you suggest a match for us to watch in the iTunes comments, we will watch the match and we'll talk about it on the show. So
It could be a whole episode.
Yeah, favorite match of all time. Go on iTunes. This is awesome. Leave a comment. See what the match is, and we'll talk about it on the show.
We sure will.
But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Business is done.
It's true.
We'll see y'all next week. This is a delight.
It's a fun. Again, I look forward to this all week.
Yeah. Thank you all so much. Yeah, have a great Thanksgiving.
Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody.
Good night. Bye.